This is Pastor Casey with Truth Out Loud Ministries in Battle Creek, Michigan. This is video number 10 of the Chronology of the Life of Jesus. Thank you for tuning in. We are in Matthew chapter 2, beginning in verse 16, and I'm going to just get started right at it. It says, Then Herod, when he saw that he had been tricked by the wise men, became furious, and he sent and killed all the male children in Bethlehem and in all that region who were 2 years old or under, according to the time that he had ascertained from the wise men. So here he is waiting around for the wise men. He is checking his watch. He's saying to himself they should be back by now, yet they haven't returned. It gets so embarrassing or exhausted to the point that he realizes that he's been tricked. And so as a result, he sends out to have all the male children 2 years of age and younger killed in the town of Bethlehem. To put it in perspective for you, that's estimated between 10 and 30 children, okay? And then it also points out something that we stressed earlier, that how according to the time that he had ascertained from the wise men, from when he asked them, when did you see this rising star? Okay, so he's calculated, that's how he's come up with the 2 years old or under. Verse 17 says, Then was fulfilled what was spoken by the prophet Jeremiah. A voice was heard in Ramah, weeping and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children. She refused to be comforted because they are no more. This is Jeremiah 31:15. If you want to cross-reference that, you can. Let's see. Verse 19. But when Herod died, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, Rise, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel, for those who sought the child's life are dead. And he rose and took the child and his mother and went to the land of Israel. But when he had heard that Archelaus was reigning over Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there, and being warned in a dream, whether this is a different dream or the very same dream that he had just we read moments ago, telling him to return to Israel, he had, being warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee and went and lived in a city called Nazareth, so that what was spoken by the prophets might be fulfilled, that he would be called a Nazarene. All right, so Herod dies, his son takes the throne, and the Lord sends message to Joseph that it's safe for them to return, but not to go back specifically to where Archelaus is, but to actually go to Galilee, to a city called Nazareth. So he does, and that's what fulfills prophecy, that he would be called a Nazarene. We are going to go to Luke chapter 2, starting in verse 39. All right. I'm moving fast. Please forgive me. I think that I'm limited on space as far as recording goes. So hopefully we can get through the content I'd like to, and we don't get cut off. All right. Starting in verse 39, chapter 2 of Luke, it says that, And when they had performed everything according to the law of the Lord, they returned into Galilee to their own town of Nazareth. Here we go, just reiterating the return to Nazareth. This time it's after the time at the temple. Verse 40. And the child grew and became strong, filled with wisdom, and the favor of God was upon him. Okay, that word favor is Greek. The Greek word is charis, which means grace. Okay, so the grace of God was upon him. We will see that again. But it says that as he grew and became strong, filled with wisdom. Verse 41, now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover, and when he was 12 years old, they went up according to custom. And when the feast was ended, as they were returning, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem. His parents did not know it, but supposing him to be in a group, they went a day's journey. But then they began to search for him among their relatives and acquaintances. And when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem searching for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple. So understand this. They think that Jesus is with their caravan, those that they are traveling with, those that are with them that are returning from where they came from. And so it says they traveled a day. They realized he wasn't there. They came back for a day, and then they searched for him for a day. So for 3 days, they've been searching for Jesus. Okay, and it says right here, after 3 days, this is verse 46, after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were amazed at his understanding and his answers. He's showing himself to be mature, to follow, to understand. He's not behaving as a child. He's asking adult questions. He's understanding what they're telling him and teaching him. And it's his answers that reflect that. In verse 48, when his parents saw him, they were astonished. They were amazed. They were blown away at what they just witnessed and saw. Okay? And if we didn't mention it, we did. Understand, this is the age of 12. This is the age of 12. 10 years has passed from the time that when he fled to Egypt, he would have been about 2-ish, a little under or something. And now he's 12. So 10 years has passed. There was time in Egypt. There's time now. They return. And so he's a young adult. I don't know what's happened, but what we're seeing right now, his parents are astonished. They're amazed at this, at what they're witnessing. And his mother said to him, son, why have you treated us so? Behold, your father and I have been searching for you in great distress. We've been worried about you. Why'd you do this to us? We've been searching all over. And he said to them, why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house? Jesus recognized that the temple is his Father's house. He, at 12, at this point in time, believes that this is where he's supposed to be at, that this is to be his home. And he's puzzled that his Joseph and Mary don't know that this is where he was or would be. And they did not understand the saying. They didn't understand that he spoke to them. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was submissive to them. He didn't want to go, but he submitted. He realized that his time had not come yet. And so he submitted and went to with his parents. He left with them. That's what it meant by he was submissive. He was respectful of what they requested or required of him. Okay? And he went down with them. And his mother treasured up these things in her heart. Again, Mary's just, can you imagine the things that went on during these last 10 years? Everything she's already witnessed with the shepherds, the wise men, the angels appearing, the dreams that Joseph's having, and now this, and who knows what hasn't been recorded. And she's treasuring these things in her heart. Verse 52, and Jesus increased in wisdom, and in stature he grew, and in favor or grace with God and man. He continued to mature and to grow. And so that really is the extent of where I wanted to get. this week on this chronology. And so when we return, we will be picking up with the public ministry of John the Baptist through the end of his ministry and the beginning of Jesus' public ministry, okay? And so I would like to also point out that our Friday night messages, which just begins with Bible study number 47, if you look those up through our Truth Out Loud YouTube page. We are navigating through the Gospels right now, and starting with Matthew, and we plan to continue through all four Gospels. Some things initially may seem to be a bit of a repeat, but it won't be that way for long. And this is another opportunity to understand who Jesus is on a deeper level. So join us and share with others if you'd like. Remember to hit the thumbs up, please, to help share the gospel with more people. That's what we're doing here. Hit the thumbs up so this will go out to more people. I bless you all right now in the name of Jesus.